What is up, guys? How y'all doing today? Welcome back to the channel for another episode of Retro Review. So welcome to the Phoenix Cardinals Season Summary pregame show, right? So I took the Phoenix Cardinals through a season, handicapped them, so did one of, another one of my challenges. How did I handicap the Cardinals? Well, I basically took out three starters. Their three best players on offense. I took out, of course, their starting quarterback, Tim Rosenbach. Rosenball. How is it, Rosenbach? I think we'll say Bach. Rosenbach. So we took out Tim Rosenbach as the starting quarterback, meaning we went with Tom Tupa Koopa Poopa. There you go. Went with him. We also took out Johnny Johnson, their running back. Right? So our running back, basically we had two guys, Ron Wolfley and Anthony Thompson. And then we also took out Ernie Jones, maybe their best receiver. There you can see on next line, he's 69-50 speed. So took out Ernie Jones. So our starting lineup was, Tom Tupac QB, combination between Ron Wolfley and Anthony Thompson running back. I did have the backup tight end Jordan in there to help block. Our starting wideouts was J.T. Smith and Ricky Prohl, and I did have Roy Green at the tight end position, and he actually was our standout guy. But we'll go over the stats of all of our guys later, because we still do have a few games. So as you can see, we went 13-3 on the season with that lineup, playing my style, right? I know I harp on it a lot, but my gosh, I just looked at a video today where a guy did a whole playthrough. I think it was a whole season, because his video was like 6 hours long. But he did a playthrough, and it's like I think he took the Detroit. Yeah, he took the Detroit Lions through the season. But the title of his video was, throughout the whole season, he did not give up a single point. So I clicked on it a little bit briefly. It's like, okay, yeah. It's like, yeah. Give your opponent some good plays, dude. Then they'll give you a better game. But if you just play it as it is, and you play, because a lot of these teams have. Let's just go to the Raiders, for example. Or I'm sorry. Well, the Raiders, but let's go to the Broncos. Let's see. Gosh, dang it. There we go. Yeah. This is the Broncos' default playbook. That is shit. Okay? Humphrey, only two running plays for Humphrey, and the two plays, they're crap. Then they got Steve Sewell on a sweep, and then a reverse for Vance Johnson. Yeah. Right. I think maybe well, let's just go. I think here we go. The team I only watched a little bit. The team he was playing was the Redskins, right? So here's the Redskins' default playbook. Yeah, shit plays. It's like, that's what I'm saying. These people that do these these other people that do these Tecmo videos, they do these. They're like, oh, I didn't let them score a point. It's like, well, if you leave them with these shitty plays, and you pick pass a lot, like all these plays are like under center, play action rollouts. Yeah, you pick the play, it's done. It's automatic sack. So again, am I supposed to be impressed by that? It's like, come on. give me a break. Yeah, you come, like I said, you're beating a dead horse, and you're like wanting people to cheer you on. It's like, no, it's actually freaking lame. All right. Enough about the negativity. But I'm sorry, but it's like these people, their mentality. It's like, oh, hey, what? Ain't you impressed? Ain't this cool? It's like, oh gosh, how, like again, how much praise do you want for beating a dead horse, man? How much praise do you want for that? You know what I mean? But anyways, enough about that. So it's like, I do like, there is a channel that I've subscribed. I'm going to give you a shout out right now. It's Tecmo Super Bowl Productions. And for what I've seen, he actually plays it straight for the most part. I mean, I don't think he maybe goes to the lengths I do as far as giving the opponent the best plays possible. But at least I don't see him doing all that stuff. I don't see him, I mean, I think he does do the nose tackle die trick every now and then, but it's like not every time. But yeah, Tecmo Super Bowl Productions. I dig your channel, man. I dig your work. You're obviously, you love the game as I do, and he has a little bit of different spin and flavor to how he does it, which is cool, right? That it's cool that we're not all trying to do the same thing. He's made it to where he's got, like, it sounds like an announcer doing, again, I'm truly old school, right? I'm strictly playing on original hardware here. Like, I have, this is an original NES console that with the original cartridge, right? So I think he does play emulation, but again, that's cool and everything. He can do things that I can't, and vice versa. So see, there's two different flavors there, but it's still the same game, and it's still two different guys that love this game, right? So yeah, I would recommend you check his videos out. He does some good work. It's entertaining. That's the thing, right? Is it good? Is it a good watch? That's the thing. It's like that person that did that video, 6 hour long. Number one, that's insane for the length of time. But am I supposed to sit there? How much enjoyment am I going to get sitting him again? You know, sitting somebody sit and watch somebody beat a dead horse for 6 hours? No, thank you. I mean, I'll just take water. I'd probably be more, you know what I mean? Okay, we still have a few games left to complete the season here, so I thought we would do that together. All right, let's get going here. Webster Slaughter returning for the Browns. All right. The Browns beat the Steelers, a.k.a. Snoozer Losers, to close out the season, 25-10. Turn that up louder so we can go out the game later tonight. There you go, Wargasm. Browns beat the Squealers again. Last game of the season. Nice way to close out the season, right? It's like, regardless of your season, it's like, you ended it on a high note, right? Something to build on for the next season. Chiefs Raiders. Todd McNair injured on the play. Yep, on the returns. Ooh, Kansas City edge out the Raiders with a Nick Lowry field goal. Bills beat the Lions 28-10. Redskins, Eagles. All right, Redskins 28-17. And that was without Ernest Biner. Looked like Biner was hurt. Niners edge out the Bears 22-17. Close game. Those two can have close games because you're. It's like you got the two powers, right? The awesome Bears defense going against the awesome 49ers offense. But then on the flip side, you got the Niners defense. That's nothing to sneeze at either. Going against that atrocious Bears offense, right? Jets Dolphins. Ooh, all right, Miami. 35-10 takes care of business. Cowboys Falcons. Whoa, the Falcons beat the Cowboys. Well, they were actually one of the teams that beat us, too, so don't feel bad, Josh, if you're seeing this. Packers Vikings. Ooh, the Packers edge out the Vikings 17-10. And because of that, the Packers are division champs. Whoa! That's now 2 seasons back to back. The Packers have won the division. And I didn't do no resets here, so that wasn't me. Oh, wow. Alright, now the season's in the books. Let's go back to the home page and let's review our season stats and how we did for the season. We'll simulate the wild card games and we'll have see who we're going to be playing tonight. Alright, so yeah, Tom Tupo, our quarterback, how'd he do? Pretty darn good. 66%. Oh, I just noticed that. He didn't quite get 3,000 yards. 2,978. Wow, this 22 yards short. Fiddlesticks. But hey, it ain't about stats, right? It ain't always about the stats. The stats are nice just to see how good you did during the year, but, you know, the bottom line is winning, right? I mean, that's kind of the reason I I remember being as a Broncos fan, for a lot of years, our beloved quarterback John Elway, he didn't have great stats, but he did have he did have a pretty good / great win-loss record, right? He would win games. He would pull them out of games where it looked like they was going to lose, and then he'd pull it out, right? He was the magician, number 7. A lot of it was this Dan Reeves offense for this kind of was so-so. I mean, a lot of it. I mean, Elway was the driving force of that offense for many years. It was they didn't have much of a running game a lot of those years. It was him and the three amigos, him running around making plays, and this things broke down, and he'd make a bomb, and bam, and they lived on the big play a lot of times. And but yeah, it ain't all about the stats. It's about because stats can be. Well, like I said, a person you can have great stats. I mean, look at Warren Moon, right? He had great stats his whole career, I think. I mean, I'd have to go look to be, but he put up numbers, But look at it. I mean, and they did make the playoffs a lot, but look at his win-loss record in the playoffs. He never. I don't even think he made it to an AFC Championship game. I think the divisional round was the furthest he got. I could be wrong, but I don't think Warren Moon even made it to an AFC Championship. So that's what I'm saying. It takes more than just, stats is okay. It's nice, but it ain't everything, right? It ain't everything. But yeah, Tom Tupa though, still pretty good season there. Almost 3,000 yards, 66% completed. Oh great, I hate that. Just looked at it, 66.6%, and 33 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. 18 runs, 88 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns for Tom Tupa Koopa Poopa. All right, Roy Green. He was our. I had him at the tight end position, right? He had our best. He was the best guy. He was our best guy. I mean, he was on fire. Look at that. 40 catches, 1,318 yards, and 20 touchdowns. Are you kidding me? Half of his catches were touchdowns. It's like Roy Green was getting it done. He was balling, right? 32.9 yard average. So it wasn't just dinking and dunking there with Roy Green. Ron Wolfley, one of our running backs. He had 98 carries, 612 yards, 10 rushing touchdowns. Also just 3 catches, 54 yards, and a touchdown. Visekahema, he's just our return guy. Ricky Prohl, our wide receiver, 18 catches, 498 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So yeah, Ricky, it's like he can catch it really good, but look at us, he's only 19 speed. He is slow, so that's why he only had the 3 touchdowns, right? And only 18 catches. That's I guess he still did okay though. He still contributed. Ernie Jones, he was the guy we took out. Anthony Thompson, our other running back, 694 carries, 610 yards, 9 rushing touchdowns, also 9 grabs for 177 yards. Yeah, look at that. Talk about being balanced between the 2 running backs. 94 carries, 610 yards, and Wolfley, 98 carries, 612 yards, almost identical. Wow, just 2 yards separate him, and like that. So, but between the 2, right, we had over 1,200 yards, because one guy would be on good or excellent, and the other guy's on bad. It's like, well, I'm going to put the guy that's on, going to go with the guy that's feeling better there. So Anthony Thompson and Ron Wolfley helped us out there overall. J.T. Smith, decent season, 20 grabs, 663 yards, and 9 receiving touchdowns. But I'm going to say he could have had more. He had quite a few drops, and they were big drops. I mean, I remember one specifically, wide open. I'm going to say it was about a 40-yard. Would have been a 40-yard touchdown, right? And Tupa put it on the money. Doink, bounced right off. And it was like, he was wide open, nobody on him. It was like, at the 5, I mean, like I said, it was Tupa put it on the money. It was a long pass. And he freaking dropped it. It was wide open. Like, oh, geez, you're disappointing me, JT. But, I mean, 56 receptions too, so not bad on good, But he did get a couple. Last game of the season, he had a pretty decent game. He had like 4 catches and 2 touchdowns, So he did come on a little bit there in that last game. But overall, it's like I said, overall, Roy Green was the guy. He was the standout, right? Walter Reeves, just 1 catch for 13 yards and 1 kick return for 10 yards. Walter wasn't doing too much. Tim Jordan saw more action, a lot more action. He was a little bit everywhere, but 16 grabs, 255 yards, but man, still didn't get him a touchdown. I was actually trying even the last couple of games, but, well, like I said, yeah, JT Smith came on that last game. I was trying to get him a touchdown, but JT was the open guy, and it's like, well, you throw it to the open guy, right? I ain't going to try to force feed it and get a pick. So, yeah. But maybe, who knows, maybe he'll get one in the playoffs, right? Tim Jordan, no. 16, that's something. 16 grabs, 255 yards, but not one of them went for a TD. Okay, our kicker, Al Del Greco, hit all 57 extra point attempts, and he was 13 out of 15 on field goals. So Al Del Greco, pretty good year. Rich Camarillo, our punter, 9 punts, 581 yards. So yeah, you can see we was punting a lot, quite a bit actually. I mean that's a lot. That's a decent amount for Tecmo, right? For that many punts. All right, let's go to the defense. Rod Sadler had 3 sacks. Jim Waller, nothing. The Cardinals defense front seven's not that great. Freddie Joe Nunn had 9 sacks. He's one of our good players. Ken Harvey, 9 sacks. Oh wow, they was tied, huh? They're the 2 best guys on the front 7. Garth Jacks had 2 sacks. Eric Hill, 2 sacks. Anthony Bell, nothing. Yeah, look how poorly he's rated. 31 maximum speed, 38 hitting power. That's why I don't think I ever controlled him. Jay Taylor, 5 interceptions. Cedric Mack had nothing. Lonnie Young had 3 interceptions and a sack. And Tim McDonald had 2 interceptions and a sack. So I'm going to say overall the Cardinals defense did play pretty good, despite their lack of talent, especially on the front 7 there. All right, so let's see how we did here. NFL leaders. Tom Tupa, the #1 rated QB. Are you kidding me? I didn't expect that. This is my first time checking. Following him is Elway, Marino, Montana, Moon, Mikowski, Kelly, Sims, Cunningham, and Jim Everett. Round out the top 10. Pretty good company there. I don't think we'll be up here maybe receiving. Probably yards, though. Wow, Green Bay Packers had the 2 Kemp and Sharp on the yardage. There's Green's #5 with over 1,300 yards. How about average yards per catch? Okay, 2 of our guys there, Green and Smith, 33 and 32.9. Mark Ingram was the #1 yards per catch. How about TDs? There we go. Roy Green, #1 receiver in touchdowns, 20. Followed by edged out Sterling Sharp, who had 19. Oh, Kemp had 17. Oh, well, no wonder the Packers in the playoffs. Huh? They looked like they were airing it out. Let's see. Rushing, we're not going to be there. Anderson of the Bears, Thomas, Herschel Walker, huh? Baggett, Cleveland Gary, and Emmett Smith, #6. Okay, let's go to punting. Did we have the best punter? Sure did. Camarillo, 64.5 yard average, beating out Reggie Ruby by 12 yards. That's pretty good there. Who was the sack leader? Lawrence Taylor and Derek Thomas. How about that? Tied at 19. How about that? First time I can remember seeing that. Those 2 guys tied like that for the sack lead. Yeah, we didn't have. Our best guy was 9, so we're not going to be up there. Kickoff return, Ty Smith for the Cowboys. We're not there. Punt return, Green for the Rams. Okay. How about interceptions? Gilbert of the Chargers, Mayhew. I see that. Whenever I see that Holmes for Green Bay again, it's like whenever I control the Packers, he don't do that good for me. All right. Yeah, Green Bay's defense is the weakness of the team. Scoring leader, Thurman Thomas. Whoa, Vance Johnson of the Broncos? How about that? He had 24 touchdowns. Sterling Sharp, Emma Smith. There's Roy Green with 20. I'm just going to, just out of curiosity, I'm going to go check him out. Vance Johnson. My favorite amigo. Wow, he had 15 receiving touchdowns and 9 rushing touchdowns. Well, yeah, because see, with Broncos standard playbook, they do have a reverse going to him. So, how about that? Vance Johnson, I'm going to say he's going to the Pro Bowl. So there you go. There's our leaders. Let's check out the rankings. How do we do offensively? Wow, we're number 20. We had the number 20 ranked offense in the league. 4,308 yards. I mean, that sounds good, but man, it looks like it was an offensive year. Look at this. Look at these numbers. Passing wise, we were 13. Rushing, we were 20th. Well, 20th overall. How about on the defense? Hey, there we go. Number 1 defense in the league. Man, it looks like it was an offensive year, don't it? I mean, more so than normal. Number 1 against the pass. Number 2 against the run. Alright, let's check out, now get back to the standings here. So the Bills won the division, AFC East. Bills won the East at 12-4. Miami's in the playoffs at 10-5-1. Oh, they tied. Tied somebody. Okay, maybe, I'm going to guess it was the Oilers who won the Central at 11-4-1. Only team from the Central going to the playoffs. And in the West, the Seattle Seahawks were division champs at 12-4. Broncos are in at 11-5, and Raiders got in at 9-7. Oh, the Chiefs were 9-7 too, but because of points, Raiders had the edge. That's frustrating, right? All right, here in the NFC East, Cardinals won the division at 13-3. Eagles are in the playoffs at 10-6. Giants, Redskins, and Cowboys home for the playoffs. NFC Central, the Packers won the division at 10-6. Bears are in the playoffs at 9-7. And the NFC East, West, Niners won the division at 13-3, and the Saints got in at 9-7. So there you go. There's our playoff bracket. So our wild card games are the Broncos and the Dolphins, and then the Raiders and the Oilers. So odd seeing the Seahawks, right? Seahawks with the week off. Okay, NFC, we got the Eagles and the Saints and the Bears and the Packers. So let's get the things, assimilate the wild card games, and we'll see who's moving on to the next round and who our opponent will be tonight. Whoa, the Dolphins take it to the Broncos, 31-14. Dolphins move on to face the Seahawks in the divisional round. Eagles, Saints. Gil Finnerty injured on the play. And the Eagles take care of business, 32-24. Oilers, Raiders. Ooh, the Raiders edge them out with a Jeff Jagger field goal, 31-28. Raiders are moving on to the divisional round to face the Buffalo Bills. Packers, Bears. I'm hoping the Packers win because their defense is much better to play against. Ooh, nice. Thank you. Magic Man had a big day. 33-14. Sterling Sharp, 6 catches, 155 yards. So there is our opponent tonight. The Phoenix Cardinals hosting the Green Bay Packers, right? In the divisional round. So there you go, guys. Nope. That's for tonight. So there you go. The games are set for tonight. So thanks for tuning in to the Phoenix Cardinals Season Summary pregame show. So we hope to see you tonight when we take on the Green Bay Packers in the division round of the playoffs. Alright? So that's going to do it for the video, guys. Until next time, have a good one, okay? And I'll see you when I see you. But if this is your first time to the channel, tap subscribe, then the bell, ding ding, so you're notified when I upload new videos. So until next time, guys, stay frosty, keep it retro, and come Lord Jesus.
We're fighters for truth, justice, and the American way.
And liftoff. We have liftoff. Challenger has cleared the tower.